The energy of some places will pull you in, not because it wants you, but because it wants your attention. Hello, friend, and welcome to Torches, Yoga, and Mindfulness. I'm Lauren, and today our story follows Jaxon, a young urban explorer chasing clout on YouTube. Abandoned hospitals, forgotten schools, burned out factories. His channel lives on the thrill of sneaking where he shouldn't. But this time, the building has something different waiting for him. Jaxon pushed through the broken doors of Eastridge Hospital, camera rolling, a headlamp, and extra GoPro strapped to his chest. The chat window on his phone lights up with messages encouraging him, telling him, go deeper, check the psych ward, open the door. The air inside is thick with mold. Water dripped steady from somewhere above, and his shoes crunched against broken glass scattered all over the floor, the sound echoing back like he wasn't walking alone. At first, it's just silence. Then, faintly, behind one of the closed doors, he hears something, a sound, a whisper. It almost sounded like his name. Jaxon stopped in his tracks, scanning the camera around the dark corridor, pausing on a door with faded letters reading, Treatment Room Number 12. He could hear the sounds more clearly now, coming from the other side of that door. Still muffled, but clearly calling his name. Hands shaking, he swallows hard and then remembers his audience is actively watching and he doesn't want to disappoint them. Talking to the camera, he asks if they can hear the voices too, unsure if it's getting picked up through the mic. Then, he tries to shrug it off, not wanting to show that he's nervous, telling his viewers it's probably just old pipes or these old buildings are really drafty like that. The chat pings off, viewers relentlessly pushing him to not chicken out and to go into the room. The rusted doorknob gives with a groan. The door creaks open to nothing but darkness. His light cuts a thin line across the floor, empty and silent. As he blinked, trying to get his eyes to adjust, he feels like something took a hold of his jacket and just yanked him into the room. But when he got back to his feet and is scanning his light around again, he wasn't in the treatment room number 12 anymore, but he was back at the entrance. The broken lobby, the mural with the smiling sun peeling on the wall. His heart drops. Camera shaking, he whispers, "What the hell?" More to the building and less to his viewers. He continues to narrate that he's going to work his way back to that room to see if there are any clues as to what just happened. The chat explodes again, someone saying he's faking it, and others insisting that he never even left the lobby to begin with. Jaxon scans the area, sweat sliding down his neck. The building seemed louder now. He couldn't pinpoint one noise, but it was like being backstage at a concert before the music started, a low roar of a crowd coming from everywhere. He looks down the hall again, and there it was, treatment room number 12, like it's just waiting for him. And the voice calling his name is louder. Jaxon wiped his sweaty palms on his hoodie. His voice shaking, he talks to the stream again. His voice higher now and quick. Stumbling over his words, he says, okay, so if this is some kind of echo chamber or like my GoPro is glitching, we'll figure it out. It's fine. It's okay, it's fine. He tells the camera he's going back in just to prove it isn't a trick. He tries to laugh, but it gets caught in his throat. His footsteps feel heavier, like the floor is holding him down. The deeper he walks, the more the air thickens, mildew and rot fill his nose. But as he moves down the hall, more doors seem to appear. He tries to tell himself it's just the shadows and the deep darkness of the corridor. The peeling paint seems to shift when his light passes over, like the wood was breathing. Each door was marked, Treatment Room 14, Storage, Observation, Ward B. Some doors hung wide open. Others rattled like something was pressing from the other side. And each door had a sound. From one, a low sob. From another, the rhythmic tapping of fingernails. As he approached one, he heard his own voice, whispering his full name, the way his mother used to call when she was angry. Like a scream that cuts off too sharp, He freezes. The camera dips. I, I didn't say that, he whispers, but the voice behind the door repeats it again and again, perfectly in sync with his pulse. The chat is on fire now, his viewers giving him directions or arguing, "See, it's him, faker." They start to chime in over and over, some adding to his anxiety, telling him it's a mimic. The pressure builds in his ears like the walls themselves are humming. Just to prove to the audience he's in control, gripping the knob tight as he could, thinking maybe if he goes in, if he opens the door, maybe the noises will stop. He'll show them he didn't set this up. But suddenly the door flew open. Instead of a room, though, it was nothing, a drop, an endless void pulling him in like gravity. He screamed and slammed the door shut, staggering back. Everything jerked sideways. Jaxon felt like the air had been ripped out of his lungs, ears ringing and head pounding. He started to get his bearings, and just like before, he was in the lobby. Again. The smiling sun mocking him, its smile cracked wider now. Jaxon stumbles, panicked, muttering into the mic, "I swear, I was in there." He was gripping the camera so hard his knuckles were white. The chat scrolls faster, some spamming faker, while others type loop, loop, loop. He forces himself to keep going back down the hall, back past the doors. But this time, they're multiplying, lined up on both sides like teeth in a jaw, stretching longer than he remembered. Still, behind each one, something calls. His name, familiar but forgotten voices. Dozens of versions of himself, whispering, begging, and shouting. He squeezes his eyes shut for a moment, but when he opens them, the doors seem to have closed in on him, leaning closer like they were listening. And the worst part? Every time he tries to open any of them, he's yanked right back to the beginning. The broken lobby, dripping water, and the smiling sun taunting him. And the dark corridor with the waiting doors. Jaxon steadied himself, gripping the tripod as if it could anchor him to something real. His chest heaved, and the fog from his breath swirling in the thin beam of his flashlight. He knew he had to try something. The next loop began. Same door, same hallway, same silence. This time he sprinted forward before the sound could start. He shoved the door open, but light blinded him, and his body jerked forward, and then click. The tripod wobbled, the same door before him, his lungs burning like he'd never breathed. The chat exploded. "Dude, you teleported! Run again!" And of course, the skeptics were in a frenzy. "You're so fake." "No, no, 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 no," Jaxon whispered in his own voice, small in the looping cavern of echoes. Next time, he tried to resist. When the door appeared, he turned away, pressed his forehead against the wall, refusing to look at it. "You're not real, you're not real, you're not real," he muttered. His fingers dug into the peeling paint until it cracked beneath his nails. The door creaked open behind him anyway. His flashlight flickered out. Click. Back again. The chat was losing it. "He bugged the camera, lol. Turn around. Bro's cooked." His pulse thundered in his ears. The loops weren't just repeating, they were feeding on him. He smashed the next door with his foot, and pain ripped up his leg, sharp, hot, bone deep. His ankle bent at a sharp, awkward angle. The door didn't even splinter. He collapsed, gripping his shin, the flashlight beam spinning wild circles across the walls. And then the same click. Reset. His ankle wasn't broken, but he could still feel the ache echoing through his nerves. Phantom pain, reminding him he couldn't use brute force to get out of this one. Looking around again, ignoring the viewers entirely now, there were only 3 doors. Each one hummed low like distant machinery. The chat scrolled mercilessly. "Middle one, always pick the middle one. No, pick the left one. All doors lead to hell, buddy. We're watching you starve." Jackson's hand trembled. He had thousands of voices demanding something from him, and not a single one helping. Every choice, every scream, every frantic reaction, and always just a reset, always the same. The loops weren't just trapping him, they were training him to panic. Jaxon pulls the camera close to his face, sweat streaking down his forehead. His voice trembles as he tells the viewers, "That's it, guys. I'm done. I don't care what's in there. I'm not risking it." He heads towards the lobby doors, the broken glass crunching under his sneakers, repeating to himself under his breath that he's leaving, signing off, and never coming back. He pushes the front door open, hinges shrieking, but before he can even step out, the world lurches sideways. His stomach flips like he's falling. That violent jerk yanks him backwards through space, slamming him against the lobby floor. The mural with the peeling sun smiles down at him again. The camera clatters, his breath ragged. He whispers, "No, no, 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 no." His hands tremble so badly he nearly drops the rig. Viewers blow up in the chat, half claiming that this is the greatest effect show they've ever seen, half screaming at him to get out while he still can. Jaxon stumbles to his feet, fighting dizziness. His body feels wrong, heavy and sluggish, like he's trying to move through water. He grips his forearm and mutters, "Come on, Jaxon, hold it together." His skin is clammy and his veins dark, like ink pressing from beneath. He tries to steady the camera, but the light jitters wildly as his hand jerks against his will. His breath comes shallow, hitching. I don't," he stammers. I don't feel right." Though whether he is talking to himself or the audience, it's hard for even him to tell. Down the hall, treatment room number 12 waits. The door is still closed, still patient. The muffled voices swell, no longer just calling his name, they're chanting it, overlapping, dozens of throats speaking Jaxon in perfect unison. He staggers forward, body betraying him as though pulled on invisible strings. His sneakers squeak on the tile, his knees buckle, but each time something jerks him upright again, forcing him to continue towards the room. His voice breaks as he pleads into the lens, "Please, somebody, tell me this is streaming. Tell me you're seeing this." The chat scrolls faster than his eyes can follow, some typing "run," others spam laughing emojis. One user types, "You never left. You were always here." Jaxon freezes, sweat dripping from his chin, heart hammering. He stares into the dark, and then, with his body trembling and the voices calling, he pushes forward. Treatment room number 12 again. Jackson's knees buckled as he reached the door. His body didn't feel like it was his anymore. Jerks of motion pulling him forward like he was a marionette. His hands shake as they clutch the knob. The chanting of his name swells until it isn't sound at all, but pressure vibrating in his bones. He mutters to the camera, "If I go in, maybe if I go in it stops. Maybe this will end." The chat is a storm. "Do it. Don't do it." He's already gone. The knob is ice under his fingers. His breath rasps. He twists. The door doesn't creak this time. It swings open fast, slamming against the wall. Darkness. But not empty darkness. A thick, living black that swallows his whole light. Taking one more sharp inhale. Too late, he realizes. The building doesn't want him gone. It wants him lost. Not by force, but by distraction. Jaxon is pulled in. The camera tumbles to the ground, lens tilted, catching his body vanishing into the void. His scream warps, stretching thin like a final smoke of an extinguished match. The viewers watch as the camera feed flickers, static buzzing. For a moment, it looks like the lobby again. The mural's smiling sun cracked wide, teeth jagged, behind the peeling paint. Then, Jaxon is there, framed in the lens. But his movements are unnatural, his skin a sickly color of gray, thin and almost transparent. His head tilts too far, eyes sunken and dark. His smile doesn't match his eyes. and his lips part, revealing jagged teeth. But the voice is not his own. Murmuring and whisperings pour out. Jaxon thought he was exploring just another abandoned building, earning views and follows. Some forgotten buildings hold people forgotten by society, memories of the previous tenants, energies and shadows of the unknown. This one didn't need ghosts, it had distraction, and distraction is enough to keep you trapped forever. All right, friend, that is my story for you this week. Jackson's tale is a reminder that focus isn't just looking at one given thing, it's holding steady when every door calls your name. Jaxon chased every door and ended up nowhere. The question is, where's your focus leading you? Think about it, friend. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe before you go. Next week is our final story in the Stillness in the Dark series. I am sad about this. I've had so much fun writing these. We may have to keep going, though, as like a once a month type of thing. We'll see. But in the meantime, friend, thank you so much for sharing a piece of your day with me. Stay present, stay kind to yourself, and I will see you soon.